Hello ratbags, it's Jade PLAYSGAMES. Welcome back to another ARK Survival Evolved news video. My gosh, today we've got so much to go through. Introducing straight away though, the Phoenix. Yes, we knew this one was coming. We blatantly knew this one was coming. Jen told us this one was coming, and then Jeremy tried teasing us this one was coming. It looks like it is finally going to be added to the game very soon. The dossier has been revealed. Also got lots of information about Xbox One X ARK and server wipes and repurposing servers. So let's get into the Phoenix and see what it's all about. While among the most mysteries of all flying creatures, much of what is known about the Phoenix exists in legends which have been told through generations. These myths have often changed through the passing of time, but one constant is the belief that fire represents cleansing and renewal. The Phoenix embodies this process through its everlasting cycle of death and renewal. So it looks like it will actually never die. If it gets killed, you may be able to actually get it to come back to life. The species says unknown, the time says unknown, the diet says it's a flame eater. What the hell is a flame eater? Elusive. Extreme heat waves in the desert seem to initiate the rise of the Phoenix, while the end of this so-called superheat precipitates the creature's reversion into ashes. While the Phoenix seems ambivalent to most wildlife, it provokes its ferocity. It's evident in its ability to set targets alight with a single bite. Holy shit, so it's not going to breathe fire, it's going to literally chomp on you and you'll start going on fire. Now they've recently done an animation for all dinosaurs that if you actually hit them with a torch they will go on fire. So it looks like this is what it's going to do. Attempting to pacify a Phoenix is quite literally playing with fire. The Phoenix must be continually set ablaze in order to be tamed. So exactly like I just mentioned there guys, I've seen many turned into dust and ash in the attempt. After it's been pacified, the Phoenix will regain its vitality when it is aflame. So to get it to get its health back, you're going to have to set it alight with a torch. Although its compact size prevents the Phoenix from being ridden. No way, they've made it unrideable, what the fuck? Its aggressive enflaming has proved to be invaluable in battle. Plus it can quickly roast up tasty cooked meat and refine raw ores at any time as a living furnace. Ah, disappointment, yet amazing disappointment. That's what we're going for, people. Non-rideable, you heard it here first. But it is going to be able to be used as a smithy, and it's going to be some like attack bird. Please have better AI than Ichionis. Please, because that and the other one, they're just awful. As soon as this gets released to the dev kit, or if it might not even go to the dev kit, it might just come straight out into the game, I will take a look at it and see how far it's come since I showed it off last year. Last year I wasn't particularly engrossed with the model of it. It looked just a bit derpy. So if it looks like this, yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, it looks pretty big compared to some of the creatures here, but that could just be the artist animations or impressions of it. So we'll have to wait and see, but the Phoenix is coming. And as requested last week, we asked for a question and answer session with Jeremy. Before we get into that though, we're going to go over just a few other little bits and bobs. Currently, right now, everything is 3 times everything. They're doing some massive boosting this weekend, so it's a great weekend to get onto ARK. I imagine they're doing that to ward off any competition. There's a lot of games come out in the last week or so. So, if you've been avoiding ARK recently because of some problems and issues, it might be a good time to get back on, particularly if you like playing on official servers. So Jeremy Stieglitz has been tweeting, and for once he's tweeting out some pretty useful information. Admittedly, some people might not be happy with it, but it is some useful information. For ARK, if the session host is running an Xbox One X, anyone connected to that host will not have Tether regardless of clients' consoles. Now they've been promoting the Xbox One X today a little bit, particularly with like FPS and certain things, so I'll go through that as well. But in a nutshell, even if you don't have an Xbox One X but someone else does, if you're playing on a non-dedicated server just with a few of your friends, you won't have the bubble, you won't have the tether. And I've covered this many times and I've explained it a few times, but Jesse put this up a little while ago. The tether is there for memory reasons. While things may work fine in a lot of cases, increasing the tether distance highly increases the chance of running out of memory and randomly crashing over time, especially because of the sandbox building nature of the game. The only way to improve this is with more memory. Incidentally, Xbox One X hosts will not require a tether due to having an extra 3.5 gig of memory available to hold the game world in memory. So there you go guys, official, Xbox One X is the best console. I'm joking, I love you PlayStation, don't all hate me. But considering the amount of PR they've done today about the Xbox One X, it does make me wonder if that was the only reason we're getting dedicated rentable servers, is if they actually promoted the Xbox One X. Jeremy went on to tweet a lot more as well, saying on Xbox One X, ARK runs at 1440p 30 FPS with settings approximately equivalent to PC high. Now, actually at E3 they said it would run at 60. So what has gone on? What has changed? Luckily Omar challenged him on it and said, where are the 1080 60 FPS that you said at E3? It can run at 60 FPS 1080 with settings equivalent to PC medium. Will probably provide options to toggle between that of 30 FPS 1440p high. So it's a bit of a shit show really. They totally sold it as it was going to be 60 FPS, it would be, you know, high graphics. Now we're being told that if we want it to run at 60 FPS it's going to be medium graphics. Now I'm not too clued up, graphics don't matter the most to me, that's why I like consoles. It is nice when you see something really flashy on PC, and I've got to say I played Ragnarok last night in a live stream and you know the graphics looked amazing. But it's the core gameplay experience that I enjoy the most. So as long as the game runs well, that's all that matters to me. But I imagine a lot of people looking at maybe thinking about getting an Xbox One X might be seeing this and thinking no, it just might not be worth it. Particularly if they were just thinking of getting it purely for ARK. Now I know that sounds crazy, but there are a lot of people out there that will be buying a particular console just for that game if it improves it. The comments are pretty much filled with people disappointed. And Brendan Burrell was correct, I'm pretty sure the announcement was 1080 epic settings. So unfortunately it looks like again another E3 announcement has turned out to be just a load of rubbish. We'll have to wait and see, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe in the time between now and then they can really ramp it up. And for people that really care about that, hopefully you'll get that option. Obviously on PS4, where does that leave you? Well, it leaves you nowhere. For the longest time now, for around 3 or 4 months, ever since a major update hit Xbox and PS4, the PS4 in my opinion has looked a lot better. Now I love my Xbox, and you know I just made that joke about Xbox being the better console, but currently at the moment if you like looks and you like the way the game actually runs, then the PS4 runs it better. Now that's in my opinion. Obviously I play on both consoles quite a bit, and maybe going forward it certainly looks like Xbox One X will be the place to play it. And it has to be said, I don't own an Xbox One S, I have just the original Xbox One. But certainly graphical looking, it looks a lot better on PS4. But this looks like it's going to blow the PS4 graphics and even the PS4 Pro graphics out of the water. They did say they would open up a lot of options so that you could do a lot more with it. Now 60 frames per second was quite a promise really, considering even Destiny's not going to get that. If you don't know, Destiny 2 is going to be locked at 30 FPS. So I don't think it's the end of the world, but again it's just that hype that's generated and then it comes with a little bit of a letdown. Someone also asked, will there ever be a way Xbox and PS4 can play together? And Jeremy said, we have it working internally, but currently Sony won't allow it. So maybe one day we'll get past all the console wars bullshit and we'll all be able to sing Kumbaya, hold hands together and basically live in a fantasy land where we all get on. So in a nutshell, in the future it looks like Xbox One X is going to be the best place to play ARK on a console. However, for me, I still don't think the settings there maybe warrant going and buying one just for that game. Obviously if you plan to buy one anyway, you're going to get the free version or it's going to be upscaled for that. But I'm really not a big fan of even the idea of the Xbox One X or even the PS4 Pro. So moving on, let's take a look at the questions and digest and talk about all the stuff that Jeremy's been talking about. Survivor Monks basically asked what's going on with optimization in the future. Jeremy goes on to say a lot of server-side work, particularly physic threading. So for a lot of clients that's going to be bases. If you go near a big base it will render quicker and faster and that will reduce lag or, you know, jumping around. He also goes on to say that DX12 is still a priority. He goes on to say that DX12 is still of interest. which is odd again because they've been promising DX12 for well over a year. If you actually look at the actual patch notes, DX12 has been there consistently, and multiple times Jeremy has said they will get it. Danger Play says, Jeremy, I play a lot of single player. Can you have a system where I unlock every single engram point at a certain level? And he said, yeah, he's going to put that in. What the frick? Casey Bear asks, will the cross ARK cluster servers be gaining access to Ragnarok and other future content? Jeremy asks, yes it will. Jeremy answers, yes it will when it launches. And for many of you that don't know, on PC the game actually holds up to 100 GB. Now I didn't realise this, I thought it was just down to the mods, and that's what Jeremy says it is because of the mods. But I thought it was optional. But it looks like it's going to be that size continually. That's got to be one of the largest games I've ever seen. Jeremy says it's a reason for that is it's smoother, quicker loading of the mods and total conversions. That they might in the future though put the actual mods in a separate DLC pack style. So that means that it wouldn't necessarily be 100 gig, or if you wanted to get rid of mods completely, then the actual base game wouldn't be so large on your actual PC or computer. Rofi4 Lafu asks, can we basically OP the Dragon's Breath because the smelly breath is just too much? And Jeremy says, yeah, it will be done. Black Wolf says, you mentioned that you were working with Kibble Tree. Will this also affect the kibbles asked for when imprinting dinos? Because kibbles for imprinting I think is a large part of people while people feel forced to have a lot of dinos. Jeremy says that will be going through the actual PC beta branch rather than actual straight through to an update or console. So they're going to test that a little bit more. So it looks like the kibble may be changed around. I think as good as kibble is at the moment, I think Black Wolf is right here. It means lots of people basically hog a lot of dinosaurs just for the kibble. And that can have a massive effect on server lag and things, you know, optimization of the... Someone asked, can you make the tribe logs record your team's turret kills? I find it frustrating not knowing they've actually killed when I'm not around. Jeremy says it will be done. The best question ever. Mendoza asks, can we get sunglasses added to the game to help reduce glare? And Jeremy says, yep. Please don't be a troll, Jeremy. Please give us sunglasses. That would be amazing on console. IME asks, please give us some more support to deal with tickets and problems that arise with the game. Jeremy says as they go into launch they're going to be getting more support staff. Tuma asks, can I get a bunch more options to do with customization on taming time, resources, etc. And Jeremy has said yes, they're going to do it. Cotton Candy says, is there a chance we'll get an option to enable Enviader Ansel on servers that don't care about people using it to cheat, etc. Apparently they're going to add that to an admin command. If you don't know what Ansel is, it's like a high definition photography option. Paladin Con says, I want the dossier book but without having to buy the game. Can we get the collector's edition stuff? Jeremy says they are nearly sold out of the collector's editions, and when that happens they will be able to do a collector's edition only of the actual stuff. Which would be pretty good as I have spent £450 on 3 collector's editions, knowing full well that I don't necessarily want the games in any of them. Particularly as I'll be giving one of them away to a subscriber who's probably got ARK already, so it just makes it a bit odd. It would be so nice just to be able to buy and give away the collector's edition without the game. But at least you could take the game to your local game store and trade it in. John81 says, Prim Plus players have been told that load times for PC version can't be addressed till after alpha. Can we get the 15-minute load times for this total conversion reduced? Jeremy basically talks about cooking and being a chef, and apparently they may try and add it so it gets a bit quicker. Legendary C4 says, can console players get the option to hold back the left stick to slow flyers down? Very big here for me as building high up can be a pain. Jeremy says, well, add that, been on the to-do list for a while, but the limited buttons available on gamepad. Lowly asks, can we get some sort of magical flame suit or firefire suit? Particularly useful for scorched earth, and Jeremy says yes, there's a biohazard suit incoming. Survivor Dusty's Ninja asks a pretty boring question about the ATV Jeep. And Jeremy says, yeah, great, good stuff. Syntax says, will the guys ever implement the Hive? If you don't know what the Hive is, it is a creature, I've shown it off a few times. It's in the dev kit and it basically has all these little bugs and insects come out of its back. Jeremy says after the Phoenix. The Hive is in the Scorched Earth dossier file, as was the Phoenix. Lord Maximus says, I want a tech bow. Yeah, why need lasers when you can have a tech bow? But actually his idea is pretty good. The tech arrow would split up into 3 when you shoot at it or something. And Jeremy says it's a question not of if but when. Redstorm asks for cactus sap and Jeremy says yeah, we could do that. It'd be nice to have some more growable crops. And lastly someone says, can we get this video showing what the Xbox One X will look like in game? Jeremy says soon. Xbox One X runs at what we spoke about earlier. Jeremy does mention it will have the 4K texture pack. So that is one good thing. But again, they have totally cut out the epic what they used on E3. They definitely said epic settings. Now it's high or medium. So as I said at the start, some servers are going to be repurposed on Tuesday. If you don't know, apparently some of the lowest used official servers will be taken offline and be revamped ready for launch day as brand new fresh servers. You will be able to upload all your dinosaurs and then transfer them to the next new server or another server of your choice. But you won't be able to upload it to any of the brand new servers, you can only upload it to a legacy server. So pretty interesting stuff there. Definitely feel like they're hopefully trying to get people back on side, because it's probably been the worst couple months I've seen in ARK Survival Evolved sort of community spirit. So many problems, so many issues, and they just weren't dealt with particularly well. But with lots of good things like this, maybe it can turn the tide and we can have a bit more of a positive launch. And once again, there's not much going in the actual community crunch from Xbox or PS4. So don't forget, if you've got any funny clips, any videos you've made, make sure you upload it to the community crunch. 100% go and check out my good friends Geeky Gamer and Googly Owl. Funny as F. So pretty big stuff guys, some really good cool things there, and certainly if Jeremy is got his timings right about what they plan to do, there's lots of positive things there. However, the idea of, you know, not having epic settings after they said they were going to have epic settings, putting in that they're repurposing the servers already that aren't going to be useful or not being used, it's still a bit of a weird place to be 2 weeks before launch. I really do hope we get some positivity back. And fingers crossed, if we can show more of the brand new stuff and new content, it's going to make you guys more interested. Let me know what you think about the Phoenix. Are you down and disappointed it's not rideable, or are you just happy it's in the game at all? I am Jade Plays Games. I'll be back very soon, although not for a while. I'm on holiday for the next 5 or 6 days. There will be content daily, including, finally, it's taken me like 2 days to do, but I will have a full tutorial on how to set up, how to purchase, how to run an actual PS4 rentable server. So any questions, anything you need, go and ask for help in my Discord, and I'm sure someone will be able to help you, as I will be AFK till Friday the 25th. If anything amazing happens, I may do a vlog, but other than that, take care guys, and I'll see you in a week's time.